The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. To find yourself, think for yourself. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. Wisdom begins in wonder. Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Know thyself. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Do not do to others what you have done to you by others. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. I know that I am intelligent because I know that I know nothing. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Only the educated are free. Speak so that I may see you. An honest man is always a child. The value of a man is measured in the number of those who stand beside him, not in the amount of money in his bank account. A life that is unexamined is not worth living. To move the world, we must move ourselves. Wonder is the basis of worship. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. Everything is born from darkness. To live a life that is wrong and unjust is worse than death. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. Not life, but good life is to be chiefly valued. Our prayers should be for blessings in general, for God knows best what is good for us. There is no possession more valuable than a good and faithful friend. Wealth does not bring about excellence, but excellence brings about wealth and all other public and private blessings for men. Let him that would move the world first move himself. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. One thing only I know, and that is that I know nothing. Call no man unhappy until he is married. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. It is not living that matters, but living rightly. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our separate ways, I to die, and you to live, which is better, only God knows. Contentment is natural wealth. luxury is artificial poverty. Those who are hardest to love need it the most. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. Human nature is not something fixed. It can be changed and improved. Nature has given us 2 ears, 2 eyes, and but 1 tongue to the end, that we should hear and see more than we speak. When the debate is over, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. For things belong to a judge, to hear courteously, to answer wisely, to consider soberly, and to decide impartially. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. The end of life is to be like God, and the soul following God will be like Him. Friends, hold fast to the teachings and promises of our youth. Understanding a question is half an answer. Life is full of questions. Deeds are full of answers. You cannot run away from weakness. You must fight it out or perish. They are not only idle who do nothing, but they are idle also who might be better employed. The hottest love has the coldest end. A system of morality, which is based on relative emotional values, is a mere illusion, a thoroughly vulgar conception which has nothing sound in it and nothing true. Children nowadays are tyrants. They contradict their parents, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers. It is better to change an opinion and to persist in a wrong one. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. Freedom is the sure possession of those alone who have the courage to defend it. Once made equal to man, woman becomes his superior. Wisdom is the understanding of celestial things to which the spirit is brought by love. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. Marriage is a discipline of struggling to a higher ideal. Do not punish your child for honesty. Friendship is a single soul dwelling into bodies. Ignorance the root and stem of all evil. Poor and content is rich, and rich enough. He who would pursue philosophy must be a freeman. Virtue does not come from wealth, but wealth and every other good thing which men have comes from virtue. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Give me beauty in the inward soul. May the outward and the inward man be at one. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. My advice to you is get married. If you find a good wife, you'll be happy. If not, you'll become a philosopher. Philosophy begins in wonder, and at the end, when philosophic thought has done its best, the wonder remains. Silence is a profound philosopher. The highest form of knowledge is empathy. It is not what we take up, but what we give up that makes us rich. Remember, what is unbecoming to do is also unbecoming to speak of. A multitude of books distracts the mind. The eyes of the soul of the multitudes are incapable of seeing in the dark. He who wishes to serve his country must have not only the power to think, but the will to act. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. Thou shouldst eat to live, not live to eat. Mankind is made of two kinds of people: wise people who know they're fools, and fools who think they are wise. Excess of sorrow laughs, excess of joy weeps. Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. Duty is a short-lived tyranny. He gains wisdom in a happy way who gains it by another's experience. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Let no man delay the study of philosophy, while young nor weary of it when old. To love rightly is to love what is orderly and beautiful in an educated and disciplined way. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Learning is not the accumulation of knowledge, but the ability to generate possibilities where none existed before.